If you live to be 100, I want to live to be 100 minus 1 day, so I never have to live without you. We'll be friends forever, won't we, Pooh? Asked Piglet. Even longer, Pooh answered. If ever there is tomorrow when we're not together, there is something you must always remember. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. But the most important thing is, even if we're apart, I'll always be with you.
About 4 hours ago now, Becky and I had an amazing journey across Dorset in an old 1924 Buick. And we had a chance to reminisce about childhood, growing up, dreams for the future, etc. And your mind leaps back, as it does on such occasions, to the very lively toddler who was always so demanding of one's attention, who would always say, "Come play with me, push me on the swing, come and pick me up." These were just the beginnings of a very wonderful 30-year journey, which brings us all here today. Becky, you may have outgrown my arms, but you will never outgrow my heart. You look beautiful today, and Mum and I are both immensely proud.
I promise to love and care for you, to trust you,
and be honest with you, to stand by you, whatever the future may bring.
I promise you loyalty and friendship, both now and always.
It now gives me great pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife. Congratulations!
David noticed somebody they knew. It was a girl, a drenched girl. A drenched girl had just been kicked out of the pub because it had flooded. So he pointed it out to me, and I was like, wow, it was actual love at first sight. I asked him to introduce me to her, and we hit it off instantly. I couldn't believe how much we had in common, and we chatted all night. I asked Becky if we could meet again, and as they say, the rest is history. My dad always said that it's the small things in a relationship or marriage that make the biggest differences, and I agree with that. But one of those things for me is laughing. Me and Becky are always perfect.
When he told me he was getting married, I was obviously delighted and was wishing them both all the happiness in the world. Obviously, as a best man, I have to give you some advice. The best way to remember your anniversary is to forget it once. Whenever you're right, say nothing, it's not worth it. Buy flowers occasionally, it only becomes suspicious otherwise. And finally, consider the words of Oscar Wilde. Women are meant to be loved, not to be understood.
Mr. en Mrs. Masson, voor jy praat, luister. Voor jy regeer, dink. En voor jy kritiseer, wag. Voor jy bid, vergewe. En voor jy opgee, probeer. Before you speak, listen. Before you react, think. And before you criticize, wait. And before you give up, always try.